Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. So here we go. Let's start Endwalkers. The next ship to sail. Okay. Of course. Okay, you're gonna assess the situation, huh? Pretty sure it hasn't changed, but okay. Yep, we know all about the towers. Yep, we know about the Telophoroi. Recreate the final days, huh? Still don't know how they're gonna do that. Blessing of Light, huh? Don't you mean the Echo? I mean, as far as I knew, Ehrenwald and Fordola only have the Echo. They don't have the Blessing of Light. Why is Stan Cred calling him my dear friend? He doesn't have a personal beef with Xenos. Oh wow, adventure music for Tataru? Seems a little over the top. You might notice I changed the color and makeup of Clyde's glamour a little bit. I just felt like as much as I like the heavy Allegan plate mail, it was a little too bulky in the shoulders. So I toned it down to a Doman steel. I also turned everything Nofuka green because I felt like Morbol green was a little, I don't know, it just felt a little bit off for some reason. Okay, so now we just gotta go to Limsa. And Clyde's skill supply is low because I've been siphoning off of him to build submarines on my main character. But he'll make up for it with all the quest money that we're gonna get, so it should be fine. Also, you might see some hangs here and there in the video. It's actually my game. Like, I don't know what's up with my computer. Or if it's the game itself, but I've been having these little like hiccups, like these little hangs every now and then. And I think it might have to do with the fact that I use a PS4 controller, and the connector cable might be sort of like loose or overheated or something. Of course, it could just be the fact, I don't know, I've been playing like non-stop on this the past week or two, so for Endwalkers, so. Okay, let's get our in-between cutscene dialogue, shall we? The skills to properly live, huh? Okay. Me and my black hole inventory, or I can put like a stack of 999, 2x4s. But some things are just too large for me to put in my inventory for some reason.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Schedule. You mean schedule, but okay. Silly Brits.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Yes, you want to hear the tale about the time your grandpa thwarted a mugging by a child. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a mugging, but, thievery. Pickpocket.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian?
He told us that last time, yes.
Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell-bent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
But why? Why do you have to stay behind? Couldn't you just come with us, like you did to the Far East and to Ishgard? I mean, this seems entirely contrived. You think Clyde would be somewhat of a Buddhist? I can't remember his persona that I've been building up with his choices. But are we really powerless to change anything in this world? Like, we fought like eldritch gods like a gajillion times. I think we'll be fine.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
In this scene, we see Alice wondering about side scions that I don't think she's ever actually had any interactions with ever before up to this date.
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Did that man literally just say kobolds? It's pronounced kobold. You genius.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return.
Of course they will. They always do.
We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
His eyes look like hella bloodshot. Is he?
We set the sail! All aboard for Charlian!
Corey Boulder's clearly blazing at 420, and that's why he's not a mainline Scion. Actually, it's probably because he's too Bara, you know.
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
What if I don't want to be careful?
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Don't you mean the truth? I'm so tired of that phrase. Your truth. Live your truth. Find your truth. That's not how the truth works. Oh snap, you have entered an instance area. Old Charlian Instance 1. Except the cutscene says we're still on the boat.
Here. Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
I could never sleep like that with my head tilted forward. If I fall asleep in a chair, my head has to be tilted back, because, like, I choke on my own spit if it's tilted forward.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself.
Oh, why would you? You don't have a frickin' echo.
In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
How do you even know that? Like, how long has it been since you took this boat ride, dude? Oh wait, didn't he, wait. Back in like 5.4, didn't Garaha Tia say that he had never been to Limsa or whatever? So like, how the fuck does he know how long the boat ride takes? I mean, I guess maybe we got it from, you know, the captain or the ship log or something, but holy fuck. Oh, hey. It's that lady from Mordona. It's probably Heidelin.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think.
Stop being vague.
And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
You mean at last? You could have met me like this anytime you wanted. We can give her barbs. We can be like, hey, I don't trust you. But why?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
If you pick the other option, she says like, I cannot deny you've been to the First. You have every right to distrust me or whatever.
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Heidelin has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
It's the most clear and concise she's ever been, and she's still vague. Oh, I don't think I like her as a character very much. Gonna get some nice Rule 34 out of her, though. No, not you. Oh, wait. It already exists of you.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff, though.
And a good morning to you, too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go! Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Charlian.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Charlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
Got it, they're pussies.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Northern empty. Old Charlotte. Some Aurora Borealis going on in the sky there.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Charlian's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we? Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahat here of the Students of Baldassian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
She looks like such a Karen.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Magical computer system instead of just a computer system, basically.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
So he didn't keep it in the family, huh? He just blabbed it as soon as he got home. I disowned my children. Everyone should know I disowned my children.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Default choice is adventurer. We can say artisan, I guess, because we've got carpenter. What happens if we get in her face, though? Like, I'm the champion of Eorzea, bitch. Get out of my way, Karen.
And it is a title well earned, I can assure you.
An adventurer by trade is what your documentation indicates. No mention of this particular title. Self-appointed, I take it? Either way, your employer seems willing to vouch for your character, so I shall, albeit reluctantly, grant you entry. Champion.
God, she is a catty bitch no matter what you pick.
And you, sir?
Justinian Varlino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
I thought his last name was Wormblood. But Varlino is kind of cool.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Just say adventurer too, man.
If you'll allow me...
Also, you know, we told her we were the champion, and then she said, your paperwork says you're an adventurer. So she's already read Estinian's paperwork, so she's asking him to question just basically to be a bitch. Like, I hate this Lalafell bitch. She is a bitch. Not you, Kryle.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
She said mercenary, like it was... like it rhymes with nursery. It's a mercenary. Come on, British people.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I think I found a Lalafell that I hate more than Nanomo.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Shut up and listen, Karen.
Kryle! It is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
It's extra funny knowing the lore that the Adventurer Initiative was ex-mercenaries who didn't have anything to do after, you know, wartime or whatever in Eorzea. So, like, he could have literally just said adventure. I don't... As you will come to find, Sharlayan's story arc is full of a lot of artificial drama. Stuff that seems like it's a big deal, and then it's like a nothing burger. Actually, it doesn't really look like the Crystarium at all, but okay, dude, whatever you say. And we get some welfare gear that's like item level 115, but we doubly don't need that now because you can just buy I-5 parity gear straight up with Poetics now. And I took the liberty off screen of converting all of his old tomestones into Poetics and buying item level 5 parity gear. For all the main things, the weapon and the left side. Also, you notice they deleted belts, so we no longer have belts. I think all of our old belts got thrown into our inventory, or maybe they just straight up got deleted. Old Sharlayan, new to you. Yes, quite. Homecoming long overdue, huh? Postpone our agenda of saving the world so that you can be a tourist. Oh, okay, sure, why not? I forgot, this is actually like 2/3 a slice of life anime. Only 1/3 combat simulator and save the world. By thy leave. I like Yuriange. wander as the wind takes me. Just had an ASMR thing jolt my spine. Here we go. Grahatia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. So basically they introduced this new thing in Endwalkers where NPCs will follow you around and you can get some extra dialogue out of them. But if you just generally talk to them while you're behind you, they usually repeat what they already told you. So except for these glowing areas where you get actual new dialogue out of them, I'm not going to be sitting there and talking to every single NPC. Thaliak Stoa. Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, but it was more of a matter of pragmatism than belief. An alignment of principles. So basically they chose a god that was about knowledge because they love knowledge, not because they like gods. It's kind of like, Charlian needs to fit in, so we'll do that. Seems kind of sus. The last stand, huh? I could never just eat food for nutrition. Like, it's gotta taste good. I love that word. Insipid. Their burger. While they're accompanying us. You can also sprint. There's no real danger of them falling behind. Although some odd things happen sometimes with inclines. Sometimes with inclines they'll like float off into the air and it's kind of hilarious. Swing. And there sure are a lot of people playing. Hidden gems. Really, Kryle? You thought just like bookstalls just out in the open were frickin' just like common like this? Like, this is unusual even in a fantasy setting. Like, what the fuck? Building, huh? It does look kind of big. I wouldn't really call it imposing. Oh look, a an aetheryte called the Levior Estate. And then look, a location on the map called the I can't say their French-ass last name. Praise be to the voice actors who say it regularly in the story cutscenes. We can go in there right now, but there's nothing to do other than see the swanky mansion. There isn't anyone really to talk to, and I think like the one or two people you can say, please leave, you're not permitted to be in our house, or something like that, so. Just silly stuff. The rostra, huh? Okay, but I'm gonna grab this aetheryte first because we're up here. I guess we were supposed to, they expected us to go straight from the aetheryte up but to the left or something. Shucky darn. Retracing my own steps already. We're only 42 minutes into Endwalker. So that's why it's called Journey's End. Okay, sure. We'll just go south though, because I've got another aetheryte to pick up. So I'm an aetheryte picking up kind of man. When I did this quest on my main, Grahatia literally was like floating in the air. And I was freaking out because I thought he was gonna nullify the distance that they're allowed to be between us and I was gonna have to start the quest over or something. But fortunately, he course corrected and suddenly was on the ground again. I don't know how to trigger it, otherwise I would just to show it off. We got 2 more aetherytes to attune to, and one of them is right where our quest objective is, so that'll be nice. I think the Endwalker's portion of the Let's Play will quite easily take us into the territory of 400 videos for this Let's Play. So we got about 40 or 50 videos or more to do, depending on how long I make them. But I didn't want to go inside, I wanted to... Oh, a remix of Final Fantasy V. Music. Oh great, another Lalafell hipster. From who? Ojika, or Ojaika, Sunjaika? Oh, it must be like the brother or cousin or something. Cousin of Ijaika, Sunjaika. Aww, the dialogue here's actually changed because we didn't finish the Baldessian arsenal. That's actually kind of cool. if you finish the Baldessian Arsenal, and I may have mentioned it before, then whichever choice you made between Kryle's way or Jaika's way, it gets basically undone. Its negative impact gets undone. You use the weapons you find in the Baldessian Arsenal for their Aether supply, and you either bring a Jaika back to life, or you destroy Eureka without killing a Jaika. So, in Clyde's case, we had a Jaika sacrifice himself. Because we never did the Baldessian Arsenal, he is still dead. Whenever I read this line, all I can think of is Confederate flag flying enthusiasts who are like, "The South will rise again." My brother used to say it jokingly. I think he had it as a search comment for a while, too. Yeah, so are we being done being tourists now? Can we save the world now? It's actually kind of a fun fact, but also kind of mind-boggling to consider. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the heroes of this game have actually never saved the world before. Like they've only hindered plans that would have caused, you know, a lot of death, right? Like they saved a bunch of lives, they saved a bunch of nations, they've liberated nations, they've ended wars between space alien dragons and elves, but actually haven't saved the world. So we're actually getting quite ambitious here. I guess you gotta start somewhere, though. Also, sorry if I'm going through the dialogue a little bit fast when it's not voice acted. They don't really say anything super duper important. They just like tell you where stuff is. This basically that you can talk to Jaika at any time and you get a little in room through this door. But for our purposes, first we're gonna tune out an Aetherite because Aetherites are good. And then we're gonna I guess talk to Grahatia because he's standing there like you just don't care. We must look to the days ahead, even though we haven't saved the world yet. Okay, whatever. Anywho.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Pray you are forgiven.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The Bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galuf was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
You got all that from him disowning his children and basically being a dickbag that needed a swift punch in the face or a kick in the ass? That's what you got from that. That's completely unbelievable.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldesion. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth.
They got a mural of Good King Mogomog descending from the heavens. They've got map of the Far East. I guess that's... I have no idea what that craggy looking place is supposed to be. Maybe that's the Isle of Val. Got an Algan Tomolith looking thing. Got a picture of Mordona up above Clyde's head.
Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown.
Is that the Crystal Tower? Like on the right there? Like what is that? Huh.
The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Shock! Ah! Gasp!
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
Isn't satrap a proper noun? Shouldn't it be capitalized? I don't know.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
Well, if you've done the Alchemist questline, you know that they've done all sorts of stuff like trying to bring people back from the dead. That was in Old Eye, actually. And then the Thavnarian ones did something with like clones and soul transference across bodies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, and having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary.
You're quite the quandary.
Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts. You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
and thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnir. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnir on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Alright, team dudes being guys.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
So, as was given to us in Shadowbringers, it's a split path thing, just like Alice and Alpha No's quest at the start. Instead, we get excuse me. We get Thavnir or investigate Thavnir or investigate Charlian first.